team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So LSU's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Under fire. He's going to run it. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I love it. I love it. First down, let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Working the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Going for it all. Touchdown Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PA... makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The Wildcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game.
Caught over the middle. It's Dalton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. no return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off-play action on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding you just got to jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've had a really productive 1st half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The give to the tailback. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one, no problem. QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the quick game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak, and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Goodness, correct. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man in the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. They'll immediately call timeout.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snagged in the middle, it's strong. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Gets it out fast. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country.
Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. His defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Handoff from the gun. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. They'll go right back to it. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage. A rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on.
There he goes! They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They kick it away on fourth down. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Let's go! Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to pass on second down. It's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Owens. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Lost to throw again. Spits it out to the back. Got him in the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Gives it on the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
What will the offense dial up on third and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to pull his way in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I think most coaches on fourth and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
Kentucky, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's foul. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
35, Kentucky, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Kentucky, 0.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Kick is in the air. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Base 27 jump.
He'll try it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 6 over USC. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that